Hello everyone friends, I'm glad to see you on my channel. In this video, I'd like to go over two indicators with you. The first is RSI, the second is MACD. I'll explain how to trade, how you can make money using these indicators and with the help of these indicators. Also friends, let me remind you that in the description of this video, you'll find a link to my Telegram channel. There will be a lot of useful things for you there. Indicator settings, free trading signals, and so on. Also friends, I'll leave a link below for registering on the Pocket Option platform. Go ahead, sign up and trade there. Now let's get straight to the topic of this video. So we have two indicators on the screen. The first is RSI, the second is MACD. Let me show you how to set them up and how they work. Although we've already reviewed each of these indicators in detail on my channel, set them up and discussed everything, let me still say a few words about how they work. We go to the Indicators tab and accordingly find the MACD indicator. So here is RSI first, then we find MACD, here it is. We get lines like these appearing. In the settings I set the period to 10 for RSI and I don't change anything in the styles. For MACD I set 12, 26 and 9 as the signal period. I also don't change anything in the styles here. Now let me show you. I'll draw it for you now and show you how it works. Let's start with the RSI. This is my favorite indicator when you need to understand if the market is overheated. If you see that it's above 70, it means the market is overbought. That is, most likely the price will move down, meaning there will be a downward movement. Here friends, we see large green candles. Accordingly here, most likely there will be some pullback. That's it. If we see this indicator near the value of 30, the lower value, then most likely the market will go up, as for example at this point. So basically it's very simple and easy to understand. It's very easy to work with it here. Now let me show you how the MACD indicator works. This is also a fairly fundamental old indicator. I use it to catch trends. It consists of two lines and a histogram. When the fast line crosses the slow one from below upwards, the MACD line for example at this point, then we open a trade here, roughly at this spot. We open a trade to go up, and conversely, if we see that this red line is crossed, in other words, the green line crosses the red signal line from above downwards, like at this point, then we trade to the downside. But friends, pay attention. This situation here is quite telling. In a situation like this, you shouldn't open a position. If we're opening from below upwards, we should be below the zero value. So, in this area, you can open a position, but in this area, you shouldn't open a position. And conversely, if we're trading short, betting on a decline, we should be above the zero value, like here. So in this area, you shouldn't open a position. There's also a histogram on this chart, which shows how strong the current impulse is. Here, friends, you can pay attention to this area. For example, in this part, we have a crossover of the green MACD line with the red signal line. And right here, we can see a strong trend on the histogram. This situation is also confirmed by the RSI, so we can trade upwards, betting on a rise. Well, I hope I explained how this works in a nutshell. Now let's move directly to trading. Friends, let's get started with trading. On our screen we have the AUD-CNY pair. Here, I'll take two trades to sell. Let me explain why I did that. First of all, I see that the RSI is breaking through the upper line at 70. This tells us that the asset is most likely overbought. We also see a strong level here. We are breaking through it, and there definitely should be a retest. That's why we also see here that the MACD line is about to cross the red signal line from top to bottom, and overall both lines are in the upper part of the range. That's why I entered this kind of trade here. Now let's also look at other opportunities in the market. What else we have here? The situation with the euro to Canadian dollar isn't very interesting here. Let's enter here, friends. Alright, let's go back to the first trades. We entered a sell position. Two trades of $150 each. Excellent. They were close, as they say, but they closed in profit. Let's keep watching. Here's a great situation. We can enter a buy position here. Euro to USD. Let me explain why I entered here, friends. I entered a sell position here. The MACD line crosses the signal line from top to bottom, and the RSI shows overbought conditions. We also have a level here that the price should return to. That's why I entered a sell position here. Let's see what else the market has to offer us here. Here I'll take two buy trades. Let's get back to the second part of the trades. So here we had a sell, 2 positions, 3 seconds left until expiration. We have a loss here. It's okay, that's just part of trading. Here it's always either a win or a loss, but what's important is that you always have more wins than losses. Euro to CHF. I entered the buy position. Let's see how this one closes. Excellent. Here we have a truly confident and impressive win. Let's check the euro to the British pound, which we also entered. We entered a buy position. But there's just a little time left until expiration. Literally 3 seconds. Excellent. Here too, everything closes in profit for us. So friends, most of our trades, 3 out of 4, closed in profit. This shows the strength of our strategy and our understanding of these indicators. We could open more trades, but for now I don't see any interesting setups. Friends, in the description of this video you can find a link to my Telegram channel. There will be a lot of useful things for you there, indicator setups, signals, my life, and so on. There will also be a link to register on the platform I trade on, which is Pocket Option. So go ahead, register and trade. There's a demo account here so you can try your hand at it. For now, I'll say goodbye. See you in the next video. Bye everyone.